John Melendez is a big fucking asshole. Hi, welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody. The Artie and Anthony show. Of course, myself, Anthony Cumia. My co-host, Artie Lang. Thank you, Artie Lang. There he is. Still looking for him. He's like Eitan Pates, if you remember the missing child from the, what was it, 80s or 70s or something?
They finally caught it, the guy, though.
Yeah.
So,
I think they did.
Yeah.
I think they got that guy. Welcome to the program. Let me fix the phone menu here. There it is. Artie will be in here shortly. We'll also bring in Rory Albanese. Or is it Albanese? It's like like Genovese. Remember that, Genovese? And people go, Genovese. Shut up. I'm so glad it's CVS and Rite Aid now. So easy. Nice all-American thing to say. Yes, well, Stuttering John. Oh, I guess we'll address it right off the old bat. He's taken to Twitter. He's very angry. He's very angry at myself. I don't know how he feels about Artie, but he's been bashing Artie, too. See, if you know, from watching this program, as you know, Stuttering John fancies himself a comic. Yeah, a comic. Amazingly enough, I've known so many comics over my amazing, lucky career that I've had over the course of the years. Had sat on the show and off with some of the most amazing comedians alive or dead, some of them. And one thing I've noticed over the course of the years with comics, they bust each other's balls. They bust each other's balls. And it's funny. It's funny because it's done so cleverly. They're creative with their bashes. It's unexpected sometimes, a clever twist, and everyone laughs. And the guy that's getting goofed on understands, because they're comics, that's what it is. Well, John, who fancies himself a comic, if you remember I said that, if you bust his balls or goof on him a little bit, he goes insane and has to then personally insult whoever he feels goofed on him, the people around that person, the people that might have waved hello to that person in the morning. Like, everybody involved has to get personal insults from John. Now, coming back and forth, goofing, busting balls is part of the game. It's great. A lot of fun and funny to watch. But when you just throw out, like Artie says, like he goofs on him about El Chapo, and then he goes to Artie, fuck you, your father was a paraplegic. Like, that's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's just a real personal insult to somebody who's supposed to be a friend. Well, I busted John's balls. I goofed on him from seeing him at the Brokerage Comedy Club on Friday night, last Friday. I goofed on him. I said that it was the first time I was ever able to get a parking spot in the tiny little Brokerage parking lot because the crowd was a little sparse. I talked about the audience, how most of it was his family. And they were laughing, and there were other people that weren't laughing so much. But I didn't say he sucked. I didn't say, he did a bad job or anything, that I didn't have a good time while I was there. And then at the end of the night, I went up to John. I said, good job, John. Take it easy. And I got in my truck and I left. Well, John took that as such an insult that he felt he had to get into personally insulting myself, my friends, Artie, everybody just got insulted. And he just didn't get it. Like, and the truth of the matter, he called me two-faced because I had shook his hand and said, good job. And then I got on my show and said that I got a parking spot next to the Brokerage. So he lost his fucking mind. He did suck. But what did he want me to do? Like, walk up to him and say, good night, John. you really suck. Like that, friends don't do that. I went down there to support him, to hang out with my friends and himself and have a good time. And I did. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. So he then just unloads. So then I come out with the truth. He was terrible. He's not a stand-up comic. He does not deserve to be on a stage unless the club is closed and he's sweeping it off and refilling up the ice buckets or something. Here's Artie. He's here. See? It's not bad. I know there's a wheel of Artie where people spin it to see how late he's going to be or if he's going to show. Parking the car, things like that. But so some of the insults are just great. And he's threatening now. He's threatening. I think he taped a podcast that people are going to be able to listen to, I gather. And says that it's just going to be insane. Artie Lang. How you doing, Art?
Boy, what a sparse applause.
Right? That's that's actually twice as many people that were at the brokerage for Stuttering John.
I knew this was going to last. These ceasefires like Korea.
Ceasefire, yeah. 38th parallel where...
Scumbags at Crime Report.
Right? Motherfucker.
No, so what... listen,
well,
I went the high road last night.
You did. You got hot.
And then after that, yeah.
I went the high road.
I was also the high blood sugar road, so I had to go to the hospital. No, but I didn't really look at it after that. I'm getting tired of it. I really feel...
It's so ridiculous.
And I tried to... I said, John, in my nice way, I was trying to say, like, lay off Anthony because you're not in your league. And two, like, what do? You sound like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
He's mentally ill, combined with the insane alcoholism.
I think you're right. I think you're right because the truth of the matter is, look, what we said or what I said about his show on Friday. Right. I saw it when we came in on Monday.
You were very nice.
It was nothing. It was busting balls a little bit, of course, a little bit.
And you were probably being nice.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I shook his hand and said, good job, even though I thought it was horrendous. And then I said that the parking lot, I was able to get a parking spot.
What could that mean? That could mean a lot of things.
Mean anything.
People took mass transit.
It
could be a plug for mass transit.
Drove with a smaller car. I was able to fit in a spot I normally can't.
You were so upset about aggravating your good friend John, you went to the wrong barber.
Yes, I went to the wrong barber, and now look at what I'm stuck with.
There were a bunch of black people talking shit. And, did you notice anything different?
Well, let me tell you something here.
Did you notice Arsenio Hall being funny for the only time? So is this continuing?
So a little bit.
I just need to prepare at home.
A little bit, because then he got on Twitter and lost his fucking mind.
I mean,
and he's threatening. He's threatening lawsuits.
He's like the Donald Trump of unsuccessful people.
Yeah. He's got all the bravado of Trump and none of the success.
He's using Twitter, but in a very unsuccessful way.
Yes.
It helped Trump get the presidency. It's helping John get a spot at brokerage.
Yeah.
With a lot of empty parking spots.
And if you look at Donald Trump's tweets, the second he tweets it out, there are tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of favorites and everything else.
I'll be recording my podcast tomorrow where I annihilate the Tractarius.
Traitorous.
Why does he say words he can't pronounce?
Turncoat.
Like, is this where he says words he can't pronounce?
Yeah.
John as a kid always dreamed of saying traitorous.
Yeah. He's trade.
Tomorrow.
Benedict Arnold.
Try. Have breakfast. I can't get in front of that. Recording his podcast. Thank God someone is.
He recorded his podcast, and he said it's going to be up in a couple of hours. He said this a couple hours ago.
What a tease. I'm sure there's a lot of people canceling shit.
Tens of people are going to be amazed.
Like their tickets to his next show. That's what they cancel.
Yes. Yeah. Like, why is he?
Where is he next?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll have Rory come in.
Where was he next on the Blistering John tour?
The Blistering Stuttering John Melendez tour. Here it is. The new podcast is recorded. It will be up in a few hours. at JohnMelendezForSenate.com. This will
Maybe-
be good for a Senate run.
Maybe the funniest moniker ever in the history of, like, what the
The
fuck
funny
is he
thing is,
talking
he's
about?
putting something up there where he's going to just bitch. Yeah, bring Rory in. He's got to leave at 5.
Fuck is he talking about?
So he's the funniest part of this is that you have to go to John Melendez run for Senate. Like they're just going to look at that and be like, oh, yeah, this guy's sane.
Wait, Jackie the Joke Man's book, of course, is on his website.
Jackie's book. Yes, he's plugging Jackie's book.
How much did Jackie charge? How do they charge for the whole face?
Yeah, he's like, how much for half a face on the cover?
What is that joke? Why is
How
he
much for half a face?
No, I didn't.
Rory.
You know what?
Rory Albanese, is that?
I didn't know. I didn't know Rory drank till I saw him. I didn't know Rory drank till I saw him right now, sober.
What'd you say?
I didn't know you drank till I saw you right now, sober.
You actually do know I drink.
He's a very sophisticated.
One of the people I've gotten in some late night trouble with, actually.
Oh.
No, I leave.
That's fun.
I leave
Oh,
again.
you kind of leave. You sort of. He Irish exits. He's like
can
he's
duck
an,
out.
Yeah, he's an Irish exit.
goodbye. I love the Irish goodbye.
Can duck.
But usually, the Irish goodbye means you're going to do something cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's why I get really offended because I'm like, how come I didn't get asked?
Yeah. I want to leave too.
Why did you leave me here?
You wanted to come bathe my feet like B.B. King?
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes to get to the good party. I don't.
Rory is always the combination of hilarious on stage and fun off stage. It's a rare combination.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, they just,
It's like my. That's
kind of fuddy-duddy
Yeah.
after they get off.
But a lot of them aren't funny on stage when they're, you know what I mean? But he is both.
Ah,
What do you say?
John Melendez.
always-
I can't stop.
Yeah, it always weirds me out though with stand-ups because you spend so much time not on stage.
Right? No, I know.
So I always liken it to like if you were like a jazz musician and you were waiting to go on stage and everyone had an instrument and everyone's like, let's jam, and one
Right.
guy's like, no, I only play on stage. You're like,
You're
you're a
Oh,
dick.
you're right. That's all it is.
Yeah, like what? Really? You can't just hang with the guys and
if
jam a little bit?
comedian did play on off stage, you call him an asshole. You know?
Right.
But that is like at that cellar table, which has changed a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of lovely ladies apparently are hilarious. And,
Oh, yeah.
they run that table now, and you can't really say anything offensive. But
It's a little
You
tough.
can. You just
You
might take
can.
a little more shit for it.
Yeah. It might come back to bite you in the ass 10 years from now.
You know,
It's fine.
that's
Actually,
right.
I have to say that I find a lot of the people, like the women at the table, to be just as like, you want to go, oh, they're going to be more offended, but like most of them actually like break your balls better than anybody. Yeah.
Okay, you'll get the arc on Amy's show.
Oh yeah, no, and I don't.
Well, that's what okay, but do you ever cross the line where there's still a woman, and sometimes you go too far, even
yeah.
for them, and that's when I get the call.
I have now become very, especially after the last month. I'm like, I was just working.
You don't have kids. You have kids. There's an enormous spider on your door. Yeah, and
But at that point,
you
you're
don't
just-
have kids.
At that point, you're just luring children to your house. That's all that is.
I love how everything gets back to John.
Everything's John. Dude, he actually insulted me on Twitter before by saying, this was one of his insults. He has a huge house, but no kids. And that was his insult. And the other one was,
I guess he's won in life.
he had his, he took his,
I love that.
had a girl, he took a girl to the gig, and she looked like she was in junior high.
Yeah,
Or something. It's like, she's in her mid-20s.
That's what we want.
She looks
She's
like
in her
she's
mid 20s.
I love the I love the diss of like
No real friends
He's
to
got a lot of space to relax in.
Yeah, no,
and a beautiful young girlfriend.
Oh, God.
I think I nailed that.
I hope he doesn't.
He just did that as a Springsteen rap.
Yeah. I hope John doesn't find out I
honestly,
drove my Jag to
You
work
won in
today.
life. You won in life. Why would you? It's like DePaulo's great joke. Like he said, I got married. Yeah, I was sitting at home not married, and I said, my wallet's full and my balls are. No, wait. My wallet's full and my balls are empty. How do I change this around? I do a 180 on this. But he just
His insults are great.
If the girl's not a teenager,
Right.
she looks like one, and you don't have kids, you have a big house. That's the American dream.
Is that so? But that's one of John's insults.
As long as she's not there.
Pockface showed up with a girl that I feared he picked up at the junior high school yard.
Does he think that you're upset by acne jokes? What
I know.
Yeah,
Believe me, I've been aware.
Are we in a John Hughes comedy? Like,
Yeah. I've been aware that
Well, what about you? You know,
troubles in my youth.
should
Where
just
was
stay-
this that this happened? How did I don't know the origins of the feud.
we got to show a 2-hour documentary on it.
Yeah. It was at the Brokerage Comedy Club.
Okay. Okay.
I saw John there Friday.
You should insult him by just stating facts about his life. Well, yeah, well, at least I'm not a guy who's half Puerto Rican, half Danish, completely broken, a bad divorce with 3 kids that never talk to him, and I'm known for my stutter.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Were you just reading a Wikipedia page, or is that all off the top of your
It's
head?
called talent. Google it.
I heard Anthony took his.
Google that.
I just know John.
This, speaking of big shots.
I heard Anthony took his Jaguar to work today, and there was traffic. Oh yeah. He was stuck in traffic the whole way.
Hey, did you have fun driving your Range Rover to work?
That was good. You know, Anthony heats his pool, but not in the morning.
Oh, Anthony has an in-ground pool. Good luck with your in-ground pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, you know, I guess he's not, his future's not working at a gas station in Long Island.
I really thought that word was going to start with an M. I'm surprised it was Long Island.
No, this is here. Get another shirt. No.
All right, great. I'd love to. Thank you.
Well, you know what I realized?
I don't think I like this Cino,
It's
Rosado.
insulting.
It's insulting.
I realized that I did the bit for John that I gave the audience back their money, and I never got the money back.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I insulted John. Cost me $600, but that's fine.
You didn't see later? John collected it for you.
Sure, he did.
I got to get Artie's money back.
It's like when I left an 8-ball of Coke at John Belushi's grave and went back to get it 12 hours. John, I need this. I really think that you and John are not going to make up.
No, it's it. That's it.
And this is a big show business war.
Huge show business war.
Army Archer's going to report this.
I don't. Once I finally do cut ties, it just doesn't come back.
Well, I warned Howard about this. Get ready for me. We'll never talk. About 3 years, we won't ever talk again.
Yeah.
But that'll have to do with AZT.
But
That's a real go-to reference for you, huh, ACT?
Thank you.
Makes me wonder what was on that needle your girlfriend's.
That girl, here's the greatest story about that girl. There's 3 years later, you know, we dated on and off, whatever. It was a nightmare. But she would call me every once in a while, and at whatever time of night. And I was wooing this girl who was a little classier. I was trying to, you know, get this girl to maybe marry me.
She was a stripper from New Jersey.
Well, she wasn't.
Yeah.
And she was
worked at the fucking Bing.
She was a bookie.
She was a book.
No, we were laying, 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I'm laying on the couch with this girl I want to be my betrothed. And she's not giving it up easily, so she's playing catch, the good cop, bad cop. I love this girl. Okay, the answer machine, you could hear the woman on 4 a.m., phone rings. Verbatim, this is what that girl said. Artie, I just fucked Kid Rock, and he says he knows you. Can I come over? I'm gonna repeat that.
The best part of that story is that you still have an answering machine.
This is 12 years ago. Take it easy.
Hey guys, it's Artie. I'm not home.
I'm not home.
You know what?
Message at the beat.
You know what? Buy another insult. This was 12 years ago. Sorry, I'm not.
He's got the Rich Little
Not
tape
Steve
in there.
Jobs.
This is Ronald Reagan. Artie's not home.
There's an hour on answering machines. No, she literally said that verbatim. I just fucked Kid.
That's so funny.
And he says he knows you.
I love that she brought it up.
Oh,
I love like
Jesus.
Kid Rock, he's riding Kid Rock. Do you know Artie?
Yeah. Who else do you know?
Oh, fuck.
Babe, let me come in your face.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would have let her over if it wasn't for the other broad.
Yeah.
Usually, my motto is once a girl leaves Kid Rock's house, I say, you know what? I'm not going to have sex with her anymore.
The girl's fucking Kid Rock.
Really,
I'm
and
out.
I won't explain why, but mine's Chris Rock.
Really? That's interesting.
I had a show called One Simple Rule for Not Dating My Teenager.
And it was just a picture of Chris Rock.
One simple fucking rule. Is it, don't insult? No.
No, that's not it.
Keep going. You'll be in 1978 before you know it.
You see, I think the latest guy that's going to get screwed over here is Cory Booker in Jersey.
Oh,
Right?
no. The
Mayor?
mayor?
Rose.
Yeah. Well, Charlie Rose is now old news.
He really is.
It's coming in by the minute.
I know. It's insane.
It really is.
Crazy.
You know what it feels like? There's like I picture those old like switchboards from like the 50s. They're like sexual harassment online, please hold. Like sexual harassment. Hold on, hold.
Please.
That's the fucking,
They're just fucking moving.
that's the same voice as your answering machine bit.
Well, I don't know. I don't do voices. What do you want me to do?
Well, don't bring it up if you're not the Sklar
I
brother.
love how Artie already has you pegged that you have a whole whole answering machine bit.
If you're not as talented as the Sklar brothers, don't
Check out
bring it
my
up.
special. Lots of answering machine jokes.
That's funny. I'm going to use it at the broker.
I happen
Phone
to have
yucks.
an hour on answering
I
machine.
got a whole thing called phone yucks.
Rich Little, I like that. You can punch it up with Frank
Crazy,
Caliendo.
the speed.
Yeah. It's
You know, that's coming to the 20th century. Frank
crazy.
Caliendo.
Who's the, you got there's a picture, I guess.
Corey
of,
Booker.
Corey.
He was the mayor of Newark.
Yeah, no.
Mayor of Newark, right?
Was he or is
Like
he?
that?
Oh,
Or is he? Is he still?
That's not. They're not together in
And that was not the wife of the mayor of Newark.
No.
That was a
that's
stripper.
That's a stripper.
Mariah Carey.
That, moved out in,
I know her. She dances at Buns Ain't No Bakery.
Oh,
I do know this girl.
You do?
I know this girl. She's been to my house.
really?
She told me some pretty cool Cory Booker stories.
Good luck with your house that's big enough to fit a stripper with Cory Booker's.
Where's the picture of her on the? There's a picture of her on the floor with
in
my
your in-ground heated
my
pool.
cat Beavis. She's
Good
playing
luck watching the guys put in your jacuzzi.
There she is. She's playing
Oh,
with my
shit.
cat.
That's a picture of her?
That's her playing with my cat Beavis, right there in my foyer.
In your
my big foyer,
in
my
what
big
if-
empty, friendless, familyless foyer.
And you call that your extra room? It's just a room you don't
it's
use.
just
very
there
often.
because no one lives there.
You know what? Is that where extra sleep John could go?
Yeah, that's where. By the way, John did stay over a couple of days.
Of course he did. Did he give you
he,
beer money and food money?
Yeah.
Did he?
No, because we'd always get delivery and stuff, and I've never, ever had an instance where John kicked in money for anything.
Yeah.
Anything. There was one time I think John came over to play poker with one of his buddies, and he borrowed money off of his friend. And then made his friend, I think, drive him to an ATM. So
That's his cousin. That's his little.
take out money for him.
That might be his nephew. Someone like younger than him in his family.
Someone,
Doing
yeah.
it. You know what? Rory, if you came with Melendez material like you did with answering machine stuff, you'd be great.
Right.
Have a sitcom by today.
Let me look at my
right
notes.
in there.
No, all it says is
My
answering
Melendez-
machine.
in.
my
Jesus,
Melendez-
what was I
Does
thinking?
John have an answering machine?
I don't have any Stuttering John bits. I don't know anything about Stuttering
Just
John.
let him listen to 10 minutes on my tape.
Yeah, you'll have it
I
all.
remember when he was on Stern, and then I remember when Leno took him to be edgier.
Right. Edgier.
That's why he did it, right?
If anything, we're going to put the N-word in a monologue now. Instead of Nicolas Cage, it's Nicolas Cage.
Everyone says I'm not edgy. I'll show those bastards.
I'll show him.
Yeah, John, do you have any new bits? You got a jaywalking?
Howard makes fun of me. I'm going to steal his home.
Walking. How about John walking? Is that a thing?
John, listen, Rory's on new, right? Do you have any answering machine stuff?
I posted from John's Wikipedia last night on Twitter.
You could have made up this post and then posted.
I know, but I didn't have to.
I love how obsessed Anthony is.
I am obsessed with this just for today.
This is Manson
Monday,
family stuff.
no one will even know this had happened.
Well, let me remind you.
Hey, let the man rest in peace. It's too soon, Artie. all
Right
right?
now, he's annoying the fuck out of someone in hell. Hey, man, we got Who, you Mussolini, man?
They're looking at his swastika too. They're like, it's a little much.
Let me get Adolf.
Satan's like, it's a little on the nose.
Let me get Adolf. He perfected these. He's pissing off Hitler.
Yeah, so
What does it say on his Wikipedia?
his Wikipedia, it said that I didn't know he only announced for Jay Leno for a short period of time, right?
Well, no, like I said, he was so horrendous.
Yeah.
But Jay had to save face, and if he fired him, Howard is abusing him anyway. He said, I
Right.
can't have that. I'd look dumb. So he looked dumb as opposed to hiring a guy with a speech impediment to be the announcer of the Tonight Show. So he made him a writer.
Yeah.
Just said you're a writer.
I would love to know which bits he contributed to.
Well, he's still pitching his first bit.
Is that it?
He couldn't get past the stutter on the first joke.
And
It's
then
not a
I
thing.
mean, he even writes with a stutter.
No, the pitching thing. I should have rethought that.
and then he was doing something for a radio show.
Rory's trying to save it.
He got a gig with a radio show. And it said he got the gig, and then a short time later, it's like, then his hours went down to 1
weeks.
hour.
3 weeks. I think it lasted.
3 weeks.
And he had to make him a writer. So then what? John's no writer.
Oh, here it is. There it is.
Then he did this.
Yeah. He announced he'd become the executive producer and on-air contributor to the Stephanie Miller Show, a progressive talk, a radio talk show. His role was later reduced to 1 hour per week on Fridays. And as of fall 2016, he no longer part of the show. It's November 2015. It starts. as of fall. All this other stuff is in the course of maybe not even a year.
The big winner in this feud is Stephanie Miller with a mention.
Yeah, she gets the mention.
He was there literally for, I think, a day, before, 2 days. She gave him a week and then said, you can't come in anymore. I think the hour was when she wasn't there.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
He ran some sort of writer's room that she had.
They probably saw him just chugging beers constantly and
doing ready whip.
Doing ready whip.
He did
whippets.
Yeah.
And
Right
getting just obnoxious.
At a gig.
That is such a waste.
What's the other one that was from the Wikipedia? I know there were a couple there. There's one where Howard was saying stuff. Oh, here it is. Stern devoted 30-minute tirade to Melendez's comments on with Carolla, calling the former employee a no-talent ingrate who should stick to holding up the mug on the Tonight Show. Was that his gimmick? Like he would grab the mug and...
Well, he went... The whole story is a crazy Stern saga. John went on... Remember, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, which is what Rory's thinking right now.
Except I'm not a celebrity. I'm having a wonderful time.
Let me tell you something. I feel like the kid who was on Stern on 9/11, he never got to talk after.
Oh, shit.
John Melendez hit comedy.
I just don't have a lot of John Melendez thoughts. That's all.
If you're going to make a sizzle reel,
Neither does he.
Make a sizzle reel out of my answering machine.
Sizzle reel.
Jesus, note to self, don't joke around about Artie's answering machine. That's the real story.
Do
you
I
can talk about heroin and AZT all you want.
I seem a little sensitive.
You could say he has AIDS from a hooker. No big deal.
I got fucked in the ass with an answering machine.
Answering machine shit.
Hell happened to you when you were a
My
kid.
father fucked me in the ass with an answering machine. I'll show you. Nobody's here. Leave a message.
It's like the way dads try to get kids to quit smoking by making them smoke a carton. He's like, "Oh, you like answering machines, boy? How do you like them in your ass? What
changed
God?
it. You know my business.
None of this tracks. None of this tracks.
You know I can't get antenna work without the answering machine. Piece of shit. You do nothing right.
Your dad was a receptionist and got fired because of answering machines.
Let's take it easy.
Oh, boy, now.
Now you've gone too far.
Placed by a machine.
No, right, he's John Henry of answering machines. But Howard after John got really honest, like when he was asked about him, and he called him talentless, which you never would at the show. But
not on the show. No, he wouldn't call him that. He called him talentless. He said because John said some shit about Howard, I guess, on the Carolla show.
A good move.
And then put that back up because there's one thing on here that's just classic. I enjoy this so much. I didn't have a beef with him before, but I do now. He's delusional. He can go fuck himself. I officially want nothing more to do with John. I've had it with him, and he's a talentless fuck. All he did was stutter. He just asked questions that were we wrote for him.
First of all, who didn't know that?
Yeah. Commenting on Melendez's claim that Stern did not like him doing side gigs, Howard showed rock music in his book. Stern reported, that's because they were horrible, and he slapped my name on them.
Well, yeah.
He also touched on the fact Melendez's then-wife, Susanna, and Stern's fiancée, Beth, are friends, saying that he didn't want them phoning each other anymore.
Oh, my
God. I'm going to have a talk with Beth about that.
I love how John might cost Howard $2 billion in a divorce.
Yeah.
That hatred came out to where.
Oh, yeah. But I could see, like, some of those things in John. Like, he is he's delusional.
Well, he would use people and like can I mention in my book, and then something that he said it was going to be in the book is not,
Right.
And he gets you in trouble in life.
He gets carried away. He'll get you in trouble. He's very belligerent too.
And he has a fucking excuse all the time. Like, you told me I could say you fucked that chick. What?
Yeah.
We were at my wedding when I said that. We were at my wedding when I didn't say that. He had a rule book that only he knew about what you could say.
Right, what you could or couldn't say, and how I just the biggest thing with him, and I think the biggest problem is that he just cannot take a joke.
Right.
He will come.
He can't tell one either.
Yeah.
He's in that rare mode of being like an average guy at a gas station.
Hey, John, you can't dish it out or take it.
Well, it is. I think it's one of those things too, where Letterman did a lot of this too, where like you would find a local guy or like a weird dude to like do it for you.
Well, yeah.
It would be like if Rupert from the deli next to Letterman was like, all right, now I'm gonna have my own TV show,
write a
and
book.
then talk smack about Dave. It's like, nah, you just work at a deli.
Just
Maybe
fucking
just
do
be
He
that.
wouldn't get his permission first. Like he's writing a book without asking him, and that just leads to trouble.
Hey, Mike, I didn't think I had to tell you about every deal I've.
Well, listen, I got to tell you, he can't tell a joke and he can't take a joke. John is like a master chef who's bulimic.
Yeah. He
Nothing?
can't.
They liked it a
I
little.
thought that
You
would
know
get
what?
more.
They're a little
Nothing
young.
like it.
They're a little young. Bulimia jokes are a little
They know
offensive.
bulimia.
They're a little
That's right.
offensive now because bulimia.
How about if they do a wave?
should be
They have a,
joked about.
they have a wave with batters. Answering machine.
We want the.
Like, yeah.
More answering machine.
These are my people.
Will not be seated. Will not be seated on the bleachers
Phones can be answered.
during the amazing answering machine segment of this program.
This is the clip. This is going to get us more subscribers.
That's it.
May I say that I hope, in a weird way, you continue bashing him because I like being the guy who just launches from the grassy knoll.
It's yeah. Well, he's bashed you. He actually.
Oh my God!
His logic was that since I don't have kids,
Right.
that he will try to bash Keith's kids. Like that's his type of
Well,
logic.
is he brings Keith? That's a classy
Trying
move.
to.
Yeah.
I might have mentioned his kids last.
You did it
night
in a
on
very
Twitter.
subtle way. No one
It
could
was
have.
very subtle.
No one could have known what you're talking about.
Exactly. For those of you that missed it, I might have said something to the effect of, it only took 15 years of John being a girl's father for her to decide she's completely off men forever. Like, that's it.
Yeah. What could?
All right, look. Oh, I forgot. I also said, sure looks like Baba Booey tapped John's wife a few years ago. All right.
First, that doesn't mean he got her pregnant.
Judging from the picture.
It doesn't mean he got her pregnant.
Look, I didn't post the picture.
Oh,
John did.
That's adorable. I know.
It is terrible, right?
No, I've known the kid a long time.
Why would he fucking do that then to me? Why would he make me do that?
Is that what he did in response to you?
You made me do that. No, he had posted that a while ago.
Oh.
That pic. So it became public domain.
Celebrities or quasi-celebrities posting pictures of their kids is like a very fine
I think that's
line.
the dumbest fucking thing you could
Yeah.
do.
I think just in general, posting pictures of your kids is weird.
It's stupid.
I think it's a weird
I'm
thing.
going to tell that Filipino bitch in Vegas to stop.
It's stupid.
No, but it's a little weird. Like, I wanted to look, I'm a good dad.
I know.
You know, I'm a
we
Puerto
know is-
Rican,
Can't
and I'm a good dad.
possibly be
I'm a
true.
Puerto Rican.
I don't know.
I got carried away again.
You
I
did?
want to apologize to the Puerto Rican community.
Oh.
May your first child be a mask. Puerto Ricans don't have answering machines, Papa.
Right now, they don't have electricity. They don't work. Can't
Thank God they're not seeing this.
I honestly think the reason John became such a hardcore liberal is because he was such a bad father to his kids. And then he has a child who's transgender, so he has to, like, pour himself into that to try to show, look, even though I didn't do shit for you, I still appreciate you.
Jesus Christ. You transgender.
John tweeted something that goes, you talk about my kids. He goes, the lawyers are drawing up the paperwork.
Well, for what?
Like, what are you talking
What
about?
lawyer's going to take that case?
Oh,
Sir,
right?
sir's been in 2 seconds on the phone,
Oh,
and I don't know your name
God.
yet.
Call Celino and Barnes.
Oh, no, that guy, Bruce Gates,
Yeah, where's
who doesn't know a run-on sentence when he's
I got jury duty a year ago, and we were in this, waiting. And
movie?
Yes. Yeah. What, by the way.